Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to the Banter Show. And it's been quite a long time, but we're back in Newry. I've been glad to be talking to the SOS Daisy Hill team. Just after catching the notes there that fell. Look at that, caught them one hand. We're just after having a big meeting there, friends. There's a lot to discuss. Also, very saddened to hear about our dear old friend down in Dublin. Glenn Hansard passed away. Glenn, what a guy, what an absolute gentleman. Met him a few times in Dublin when he was tour managing Eddie Connor again. So there we go. So condolences to Glenn Hansard's family in Dublin. Glenn was an absolute gentleman. So friends, great to be back, and we're back here for the SOS Daisy Hill team. We're going to call Eddie Curtis over now at the minute just to give you all a much needed update. And beware, we could be needing feet on the street again now. So we'll let Eddie explain everything to you. Eddie, come on in. Great to see you, Eddie.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to be back, and we always attempt to give you as much information as we can. We've been meeting all over the summer, looking at the hospital and things that are going to happen. So we want to update you with that. We've had another very successful meeting with Steve, the new CEO. I'd have to thank Steve and his team because the relationship between SOS and them are very, very good. All the items that we're hearing so far are of a positive thing, and we want to make it very clear. Daisy Hill is going from strength to strength. Every year it's getting stronger, and with your support and with the efforts that we are doing, we are ensuring that the people who have the responsibility of looking after the hospital are going to do it in a very professional way. There was a very successful meeting with Steve recently, and I have a number of items that I would like to raise with you. We put out the idea that the health hub that is promised for the Abbey Yard it looks as if that will not happen there due to a lack of capital funds. However, we brought a very innovative, outward-looking and forward-thinking idea to the Trust. And we have recommended that the key shopping centre that is in a bit of trouble at the moment is possibly a site for the health hub. Debenhams for us would be absolutely perfect. Wow. We have looked at a similar scenario in England. Gateshead, a shopping centre, got into a bit of bother, and Fraser's were leaving. The Department of Health over there had the foresight and the innovation to put their health hub into the shopping centre. That shopping centre is now booming, and they've brought the health service into the city centre. So it's that model that we are looking at. There was another one done recently in the Bradford area as well. We have provided that information to the CEO, and we've asked them to take a very good look at that, because if you look at the cost of developing the new hub, it would cost an absolute fortune, and possibly that could stop the health hub for Newry not being built for a number of years. However, the idea for the keys is financially very, very sound, because it would save substantial sums of money and would bring health into the city centre. We also brought the idea that the Council Civic Centre should also go into the centre as well. So we'll arrange to keep you up to date with that. It's a subject we're not going to let go. We know there is an election very, very soon. So we will be talking to all of the parties and asking them to support us on this excellent idea. The committee also agreed tonight to convene a public meeting in October, where we're going to invite representatives from all of the political parties to come and give their thoughts and their plans for Daisy Hill for the future, and to allow the public to ask all of the questions that they are looking to do about the hospital and what it is that they are looking for. There has been good capital development initiatives being brought forward for Daisy Hill. One is they're actively looking for a permanent location for the MRI. The MRI is in a temporary area at the moment. Access to it is not great. However, we're very pleased to see that the Trust is actively looking for a permanent site for that, and we think that is very, very good. They also have a planning application in to put in the lifts on either side of the building, which will make it a much safer building for the future. The other thing that we would like to discuss with you, which is very, very important, is that recently there was a threat brought on maternity services. It closed on a Friday night at 9 o'clock, and with all the pressures that were brought on, it opened again on the Saturday morning. We believe it was because of a failure of the Trust being able to provide a senior house doctor, but again, we think that is totally unacceptable. The people in the Newry, Mourne, Down and South Armagh, anybody who is expecting shouldn't have to have that worry that what's going to happen now, if something happens to me late on a Saturday night, I'm going to have to go to Craigavon. So we have made it very, very clear. We are not accepting anything that is going to hamper maternity services. We cannot have a scenario where you can no longer say you're born and bred in the Newry area. And we've made that very, very clear. Now, as part of the strategy, the committee tonight agreed to do a one-item agenda for our next meeting, and that is going to look at maternity services only. And what is our strategy and our plan to ensure that maternity services are not only going to stay up there, but they're going to be developed. And remember, elective surgery for emergency cesareans is in Daisy Hill. So why would you want to close the maternity services? What we're basically saying, we will not let that happen. The other thing that we will say is if there's any threat to the service at all, we will be calling on you again to go back out onto the streets to demand that maternity services are not touched. And I think that is our number one agenda at this moment in time. Now, the last time we held the rally for emergency surgery, we got 10,000 out. We reckon because of the emotive nature of maternity, we can take 20, 30,000 people out. And there is an election, so we need to let the politicians know that people in this area will accept nothing but the best for you. And we give you a guarantee as SOS, we will not take our foot off the pedal. Daisy Hill is thriving, Daisy Hill is getting bigger, it is getting better, and there's a great future for it. But we believe much more has to be done to give you the quality services that is needed. So I'll report back to you, possibly at the end of August, and we'll provide you with the update for the strategy. I'd like to thank you for all of your support to date. Thank you.
And thank you, Eddie, and all the team at SOS Daisy Hill. I'm telling you now, friends, we would be lost without SOS Daisy Hill. The progress that, as Eddie said, that has been made recently. So, let us know your thoughts on the Debenhams Health Hub. I think that's a brilliant idea. The size of the building, there's deliveries underneath, there's all oxygen and everything stored. Listen, it makes a lot of sense. I think the new health hub should be on the Debenham site in the Keys area. Solve a lot of problems for parking, infrastructure and the whole lot. So once again, thanks to everybody at the SOS Daisy Hill Committee. Thanks to the Downey family, I can't thank them enough, at the Bank Bar here, also Cobbles and also the Sugar House, all our friends there. Once again, thanks again for all your support to the SOS Daisy Hill Committee. So friends, please share this video, get it out there and let us know all your thoughts. It was great to be back. Until then, it's a big riser from me and Eddie. We're out of here.